The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
Have no fear. The evolution of money.
I think Ripple will be number one. You know, it'll be bigger than Bitcoin. It'll be number one.
Okay.
I've got no doubt in my mind about that. People don't seem to understand if the banks use Ripple, the high net worth clients are going to use Ripple, the retail banks are going to use, the retail
Attention
people
viewers, we are sorry to interrupt your show, but we just
going to use Ripple, the fund managers are going to use Ripple, the money managers, foreign currency providers. You know, Ripple will be number one.
Oh, okay.
You know,
wow.
Bitcoin is old technology. It's 2008 technology. It can only process 7 transactions if you're lucky, you know, within a couple of minutes or so, if you're lucky. That's when things are going well. When they've got the miner issue, God help us. You know, they bang on about Ripple being centralized. The technology is not centralized. The company is. But you know what? I've got news for them. So what if it is centralized? It's not. It's not, though, because
Tell them more, Sue. Please tell them more.
it is decentralized technology,
Exactly.
distributed ledger, and open source. Bitcoin is centralized because we've only got 4 major miners that control that. And when that was happening, you know, Bitcoin prices went to $50. You go and buy a coffee for $3, and it's going to cost you $50 to get a Bitcoin processed by the miners who validate it.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you're lucky if it's going to be processed in 48 hours to 60 hours.
Exactly.
But it's still not viable. It's old technology. It's just that it's really well known and it's a poster child.
Wow, Sue is bringing that heat. What'd you say, Sue?
$50, you go and buy a coffee for $3, and it's going to cost you $50 to get a Bitcoin processed by the miners who validate it.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you're lucky if it's going to be processed in 48 hours to 60 hours.
Exactly.
But it's still not viable. It's old technology. It's just that it's really well known and it's a poster child.
The poster child for the movement. Uh-oh. Sue says that Ripple will be bigger than Bitcoin. I want to talk about that today. Sue says Ripple will be bigger than Bitcoin. And that's a pretty big deal right there. I do want to talk about that. And actually, this clip went viral. I didn't even put this up like an hour ago. Not even an hour ago. This is at 179 likes. This clip went viral. So, of course, that's the theme of today's show. Once I saw that clip went viral, Ripple will be bigger than Bitcoin. Marinate on that. You know, one thing that caught my attention on the internet today is, I guess it's the JFK 60th anniversary of 5 months before the assassination. President Kennedy issued the executive order that will give the American currency back to the people. That caught my attention, the American currency back to the people.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
Let me make sure you guys can hear the audio and the clips. Oh yeah, guys. Before I make sure, Elizabeth, can they hear the audio on the clip? I'm kind of curious. But before that, guys, I'll go to the clip. But I do want to talk about the CZ development. Breaking news on CZ resigns. CZ resigns. This kind of brought a tear to my eye. Binance CEO CZ steps down. And he actually has a letter that he shared, and I want to read that letter. It's kind of touching. It's kind of touching. It's a touching letter. Binance founder CZ steps down and pleads guilty. Like, come on, guilty to what? I mean, don't get me wrong. They got a whole list of things that they believe he's guilty for, but I don't think CZ. You know, the law is knowingly. Like, did you know? I bet he had no chance with the lawyers he hired. But the law is, did you know? Well, actually, they were trying to use maybe an old email. I mean, I want to highlight this scenario today. But the law in the U.S. is, did you know that you were doing wrong? And I don't think that was CZ's intent. I think CZ's always been a stand-up dude, and I kind of want to talk about that. I want to read the letter about CZ. He stepped down. I want to discuss CZ, what happened, and what CZ's next moves. Oh, thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. So I do want to talk about CZ stepping down. I actually got the letter right here. It's actually really good and kind of sad. Today I stepped down as the CEO of Binance. Immediately, it was not easy to let go emotionally. I can only imagine. Imagine starting an exchange just like your baby. You know how, like, that's somebody like, that's like somebody coming along and saying, oh, going blind, I'm going to have to take your portfolio because, you know, and we're going to take control of your portfolio, take control of your company because you did wrong. You shouldn't have did that when you did it. So now I got to take control of what's yours. Like, hold up. Control of what's mine. Today I stepped down, and they basically, now that Binance is supposed to be a U.S. organization, like the USA took over Binance, touchy subject, we're going to talk about that. Today I stepped down as CEO of Binance. It was not easy to let go emotionally, but I know it was the right thing to do. I made mistakes, and that's probably what his lawyer told him to say. You made mistakes, bro. You didn't know. I made mistakes, and I must take responsibility. I mean, we're gonna talk more about this. We're gonna talk more about this CZ's letter, what he highlights. And in case you don't know, going blind, CZ follows me. Bam! CZ follows me. Do you know how hard it is to get CZ to follow you? I'm trying to tell you. CZ got 8 million followers. I don't even know if CZ follows BitBoy. Does CZ follow BitBoy? I don't know BitBoy. CZ follows me. 8 million followers. And CZ only follows 1,700 people. CZ only follows 1,700 people out of them 1,700. Yours truly is one of them. Let's send a tweet out real quick. I would have been like, I would have hit that 115 time right on the money too, except for I thought I was live for like 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes. I thought I was live because when I be making clips, I got it set to record for my hotkey. So I got the hotkey set to record and stop, and I hit the button. It turns red down here, so I didn't know. I thought I was live, but it was just recording. So we're back again for the first time. CKJ Crypto News. I am CKJ Crypto News. I've been creating crypto content since 2017. Guys, this video went viral. XRP is bigger than Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Let's hashtag the first one. They say you're not supposed to hashtag the first one, but I don't think that's true. XRP is bigger than Bitcoin. We're going to talk about it. Sue says it. One of my favorite guests. Breaking news, CZ Binance to pay $4.3 billion fine. And we'll hashtag Binance just in case. Click start trending. Bam. And we'll hashtag BNB too, just in case. BNB. Should we hashtag JFK60? JFK. Yep, there it is. JFK60 is trending also. JFK60 is trending. Tailcoin is a big deal. Cobalt is about to be the next breakout star. I told you guys that previous live stream. Oh, Volta wallet is a must-have. Let's do it. What up, bro guy? Good morning, Going Blind, Elizabeth, moderators, members, Jimmy Gonzalez, Elizabeth, Macton 1000, good morning. Bullish Bird, much love. Crypto Mark, legend, no doubt about it. Crypto Mark legend. Okay, when tail hits big, I won't tell anyone, but there will be signs. That's pretty funny. You got the Lambo pulled up into like a crappy house. When Tailcoin hits big, you'll have the Lambo. They should have got the big house first, but I still like that. That's funny. I understand the point. Coinbase is trending also too. XRP XLM, I had to do it. Let's do it. I thought this was a pretty big deal. I didn't know which I didn't know what JFK clip to share, and there was quite a few good ones. So today is the 60th anniversary of JFK. This is the last day on Earth.
The very word secrecy is repugnant.
And the way he was talking, I mean, no, come on, no president talks like that. The word secrecy is redundant.
In a free and open society.
And this is supposed to be a free and open society. And actually, this kind of goes with like CZ. If you kind of relate this to CZ and the way the companies are in the world today, like they try to say CZ had a whole bunch of violations, which, I mean, come on. I don't think CZ's intent was to do anybody wrong. And now you're like caught up. You have to resign and take over your company. Like something's, oh, I wore my Binance hoodie in support of CZ. Keep it on download, don't tell nobody. I also been nervous on liking CZ's post though, because probably anybody like this post, the man is watching. The man is watching. So this takes me to the JFK thing.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion.
I don't know if that music behind the background is copyright, but this is kind of true. Say, for example,
on subversion.
What they're saying in this basically is like, for example, just think about CZ. CZ started one of the largest crypto companies in the world, and they try to say that he had violations, that he served countries that wasn't supposed to be served. I mean, you use the internet, you opened the opportunity, you provided a service. But to use the internet, you can only service this area or this area or this area. To me, that seems odd. It's like, hold on. Are we being like really controlled? We're being controlled even on the internet with like a walled garden. A walled garden, like but currency, CBDC walled garden, like a bank walled garden. There's like a internet walled garden that we don't see, that's invisible. And CZ crossed that line, they say. CZ crossed that line. Like, come on, did he intentionally cross that line? I don't think so. And it kind of makes me think about this Terence Howard clip I saw this morning on TikTok, where Terence Howard, well, I got a question for everybody in here right now. And this will make more sense too. We're going to go a little bit deep with it. This was kind of deep, maybe caught me at the wrong moment or something. But if you guys know Terence Howard, like famous actor from, I mean, he plays a lot of movies. Terence Howard. He says, what's 1 times 1? What is 1 times 1, Elizabeth? You know what 1 times 1 is? More monkey business. 1 times 1. And with the delay, I guess I have to keep talking real quick. And I remember learning my multiplications when I was like first grade, kindergarten, something like that. And he says basically when we were real young, the first thing we learned was how to multiply or use numbers. And we're taught the wrong formula even with numbers. Because basically, I'm not going to wait because it'll be like I don't even know how long the delay is. But if you say what, 1 times 1 is 1. How can 1 times 1 be 1 if you multiply? You're multiplying. 1 times is a multiplier. It's a multiplying mathematical equation. So if 1 times 1 equals 1, then already we're being manipulated to believe something's not true. Because there's no way 1 times 1 can be 1. 1 times 1 would have to at least be 2 or 3. You're multiplying it. And of course we all know 1 times 1 is 1. And it kind of just goes with, you know, the way we're taught and the way we're meant to believe things is not really accurate, I believe. And I think we're suffering behind that because, like, for example, the birth of cryptocurrency and the opportunity and money in itself. But to access crypto was so easy for the beginners, but now you have to go through all these hoops and KYC and AML, which, okay, we know the law. Okay, we know the law. But at the same time, we seen the promised land. We seen the opportunity. We seen how much money CZ made. We seen cryptocurrency and what it can do. We seen how many lives it could change. We see where we can make money. We seen how we can make $1 work for us more than ever before. But there's all these rules to the road that the man laid down. And most likely they're probably operating in secrecy. Tell them, JFK.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society.
Bam! I'm going deep with it. I don't care. We're going deep with it today. Player Bull's only going up. Shout out to 𝕝𝕚𝕝𝕚. Yeah, we covered Player Bull. And shout out to my legendary brother, Bullish Kurt. We definitely covered Player Bull. I think it's a really good project. Player Bull. Is it on fire right now? Dude made 13K for Hustle and Flow. That's like one of the first movies where I noticed he was kind of a good actor. Because I really didn't pay him much attention, but the way he played like that part It was kind of a good movie. It was a really good movie. He played a really good part. And then he played in something else after that. But that's when I kind of noticed him too. But when I see him this morning on this TikTok video, I had no idea he was that smart. He went deep with it. I mean, I had to write this stuff down. He did the 1 times 1. First he did the 1 times 1 equals 3. Well, no, basically he said there's no way 1 times 1 equals 1. And then he said, well, 1 times 0 is supposed to be 0, but how can 1 times 0 be 0 when you still have your 1? You have your 1. It's a multiplier. It's a multiplying asset. So I was like, whoa. And he said, and this is how man and woman is manipulated through education, because even at our earlier stages, at the beginning of understanding, we're taught wrong math. So from there, they can manipulate you the rest of the way, the rest of your life. We're not taught the truth about anything.
The secret oaths and
So we'll move on. I'm not gonna go too deep with that, because but one thing, guys, I was showing clips today, sharing clips. Oh, I was the first one to share a clip at 8 o'clock this morning. Is it the green stream, the market flip? I was the first one to share a clip at 8 o'clock this morning. I wake up the chickens. Ripple is bigger than Bitcoin. This is the clip right here I first shared, and this is my buddy Sue from Esoteric Trading Solutions. I'm actually going to play this clip and let this thing play for 1 second while I even grab my fan or something, because good Lord, it's getting hot in here.
I think Ripple will be #1.
Well, tell them, Sue.
You know, it'll be bigger than Bitcoin. It'll be #1.
Okay.
I've got no doubt in my mind about that. People don't seem to understand, if the banks use Ripple, the high net worth clients are going to use Ripple, the retail banks are going to use, the retail people are going to use Ripple, the fund managers are going to use Ripple, the money managers, foreign currency providers. You know, Ripple will be #1.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Wow.
Bitcoin is old technology. It's 2008 technology. It can only process 7 transactions if you're lucky, you know, within a couple of minutes.
I believe it or not, guys, I ran across some facts to back this up too. I ran across some facts, some unbelievable facts about Satoshi Nakamoto, who had a concern with the block size in 2010. He had concern with the block size in 2010, and Bitcoin cannot scale. And I'm going to show you guys why this is definitely true.
So if you're lucky, that's when things are going well.
That's when things are going well, if you're lucky. As far as what, 7 transactions every few minutes? Like, come on, that won't accommodate the 7 billion people.
When they've got the miner issue, God help us.
God help us.
You know, they bang on about Ripple being centralized. The technology is not centralized. The company is. But you know what? I've got news for them. So what if it is centralized? It's not. It's not, though, because it is decentralized technology,
Exactly.
distributed ledger.
And I think we kind of overlooked the main things about cryptocurrency. If you think about distributed ledger technology, that in itself is innovative. DLT technology, open source code built on top of it. For the first time in history, this is the first time we're doing that. Coveted crypto, that kind of looks like Cobalt crypto.
And open source. Bitcoin is centralized because you've only got 4 major miners.
Oh, Bitcoin is centralized, 𝕤𝕤𝕝𝕝. XRPayNet's going to the moon. 𝕤𝕤𝕝𝕝, I'm with you on that. Tell them, bro. XRPayNet to the moon, baby.
Control that. And when that was happening, you know, Bitcoin prices went to $50. You go and buy a coffee for $3, and it's going to cost you $50 to get a Bitcoin processed by the miners who validate it.
I remember that was the biggest issue back in the day, where they said there was only 4 major miners that basically validated the Bitcoin transactions. That was like a big story back in the day, because this is like a few years ago. But you know, there's been like so many different obstacles in cryptocurrency throughout our crypto journey.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you're lucky if it's going to be processed in 48 hours to 60 hours.
Exactly.
But it's still not viable. It's old technology. Just that
Old technology not viable. And I hate to go to my other clip now, but this is the perfect time for it. Where was that clip at? I know I got this clip in here. I actually was reading all about this morning, about the Bitcoin block size. Actually, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about stellar smart contracts, grayscale cryptocurrency, utility services in the crypto sector. But I got to show you this block size thing that's so true. Oh yeah, and then we're going to go into the CZ thing. I actually pulled up the DOJ speech where they talked about CZ. Was kind of interesting. I actually got it all on here as far as Okay, I was gonna play this clip at first. Oh, that's the clip I did play. No, I wasn't gonna play this clip. There was like so many good JFK clips. I didn't know which one to use. Okay, so this is it right here. Did you know the Okay, hold on. Okay, did you know Bitcoin white paper states that 133 MB blocks would be necessary to enable payment for 7 billion people? So already they're talking about the block size of Bitcoin, and they got Satoshi's actual tweet or email where that was his concern about the block size of Bitcoin, and in the future could we increase the block size for larger transactions. And they actually got the block size limit from Satoshi from 2010, Satoshi Nakamoto, because this is also trending. Satoshi's trending also. Now he says it can be phased in. You can start being in the version way ahead. By the time it reaches the block number and goes into effect, the older version that don't have it already will be obsolete. There goes Satoshi Nakamoto admitting that the old block size will not accommodate 7 billion people. We're near the cutoff block number. I can put an alert to the old version to make sure they know to upgrade. Now this is actually Satoshi's email, basically saying, hey, in the future this block size cap will not accommodate the 7 billion people. So then we've got the clip from Sewers. He says, well, hold on, Ripple will be bigger than Bitcoin. So will Bitcoin really scale? Satoshi wanted to remove the block size cap all the way back in 2010. Therefore, anyone approving an on-chain that still has a 2 MB block limit after 13 years cannot be aligned with Satoshi. And then basically, and then it goes into the, they show the actual email from Satoshi right here. And then Bitcoin News says, did you know the Lightning Network white paper states 133 MB blocks will be necessary to enable payments for 7 billion people? Uh-oh, Bitcoin has a problem. Like, don't get me wrong, Bitcoin's still going to do big numbers. But when you start getting down to the logistics of moving money, no wonder Bitcoin bows out as a store of value. And XRP steps in as the money mover. Yeah, here it is. If all the transactions using Bitcoin were on the blockchain to enable 7 billion people to make 2 transactions per day, it would require a 24 GB gigabyte block every 10 minutes. Presuming 250 bytes per transaction and 144 blocks per day, conducting all global payment transactions on the blockchain today implies miners will need to do an incredible amount of computation, severely limiting the Bitcoin scalability and full node to a few centralized processors. Oh, that's what Sue said right there. Sue's ahead of her time. All the transactions in Bitcoin were conducted inside the network of micro payment channel to enable 7 billion people to make 2 channels per year with unlimited transactions inside the channel. It would require 133 MB blocks.
I think Ripple will be number 1. You know, it'll be bigger than Bitcoin. It'll be number 1.
Okay.
I've got no doubt in my mind about that.
Tell him so. Now you see why Sue has no doubt in her mind about why XRP will be bigger than Bitcoin. It'll be bigger than Google. She says it all right here in this clip. It even makes more sense when you compare the facts with Satoshi to Sue's banking experience and crypto experience. Oh, it's a no-brainer. Lives are going to change. Tell them so.
People don't seem to understand if the banks use Ripple, the high net worth clients are going to use Ripple, the retail banks are going to use, the retail people are going to use Ripple, the fund managers are going to use Ripple, the money managers, foreign currency providers. You know, Ripple will be number 1.
Ripple will be number 1, Chemtrails UK. Yeah, Chemtrails for sure. Chemtrails knows, no doubt about it. Guys, this clip went viral. 246 likes. I'm not even exaggerating. This is viral. This is viral. I mean, just a few minutes ago, it was 179 likes. And this thing, we can just sit here and watch this thing go up right now. XRP, baby. Can we get 250? Can we get 250? Guys, can we get 1,000 likes today? I'm CKJ. We've been creating crypto content since 2017. If we can get 1,000 likes today, we got to go for sky is the limit. Sky is the limit. That's the first clip right there. Here goes the second clip that went viral. Let's see how this one's doing. And And then we're going to talk about CZ resigning and why it broke my heart. Ripple will be bigger than Google. A 180. This is at 180.
Tomorrow. On the
Thank you for the likes.
Was put on the stock exchange.
Oh, here goes Sue's big price predictions. Link to might want to give her a job.
Ripple was put on the stock exchange tomorrow. What do you think their equity would be worth? You know, I honestly believe Ripple is another Google, right?
Okay.
Honestly. And I'll say that right now. And I honestly believe that Ripple is as big as the internet.
If Ripple is big as the internet, lives are going to change. Like Ripple is big as the internet? Just think about how big the internet is. And I never realized how much it was controlled until they brought CZ down, which we're going to talk about that one second. But good God, it made me really realize how much the world is being manipulated and controlled, way more than I originally thought. I'm telling you guys, when you start getting into cryptocurrency and you start learning money and the way money moves and the wall guards they create for themselves and how they create these, you got to go to a fund manager or a hedge fund to invest, and you know, you can't have an IPO without filing something with the SEC, and just like all these little rules they put in place, they put them in place for themselves, not for me and for you. Like we're the average person here. Like we're talking like Wall Street guys that's manipulating the market, Manhattan.
Okay? Because they have the technology that no one else has. You know? And the thing is, if they got put on the stock market, they would be valued like an incredible IT company with the most progressive technology that anyone's ever had.
Okay.
And I can tell you right now, their shares wouldn't be valued at 60 cents.
Okay.
More like friggin' 600 US or something.
600 US.
You know, if you Google at 1,000, then, you know, Ripple would go on as an IPO at 600.
Exactly.
I mean, seriously, get real.
Get real. I love the way Sue talks. She's like so straightforward. Like, seriously, get real. Tell him, Sue.
Ripple was put on the stock exchange.
Sue was amazing. Sue was amazing. Can't wait to get her back on the show. The thing that sucks about Sue's time frame is she's in Australia, and it's actually complete opposite of USA. So when I get her on them shows, it was like the middle of the night for her, like 2, 3 in the morning maybe, and it was like 1 in the afternoon for us, but like 1 in the morning for her. So it's like really hard to get somebody from Australia on the show. But much love to Susan from Esoteric Trading Solution. Yeah, Sue's amazing. I like to have Sue on the show like a regular, like all the time. She'd be like, I think she'd be like a good little touch. I'm noticing the channel is starting to do that, starting to team up a little bit. Like they're starting to take it like to the next level with like, you know, we'll talk more about that. We'll talk more about that. Guys, Binance CEO CZ steps down. This breaks my heart. It breaks my heart when they take a good man down. Like, come on, why is the good man always going down? That's the thing I noticed about the internet. They always want to try to make the good man look bad. But anyway, and as far as like CZ steps down in a $4 billion settlement, and I actually got CZ's letter right here, and it breaks my heart big time. I actually found it on this one guy's page, but I do got CZ's actual statement, and CZ follows me. CZ follows me. I could hit this message button right here and show you me and CZ's conversation, but that's beside the point of today's show. Now, Binance, for those that don't know, CZ started the original Binance, and this was like the heyday of crypto. I remember like yesterday. All of a sudden, then they launched IEOs, initial exchange offerings from the exchange itself. Because first it was like a big ICO boom where you had to buy, like, trade your Ethereum or your Bitcoin for whatever assets you wanted, and then from there, they were like just taking advantage of people with ICOs. So exchanges came up with this idea to do IEOs, which is initial exchange offerings. So then, and from there, that's when we crushed 100K challenges all the way. because basically from there they launched the Harmony. It was the Harmony Challenge, the Seller Challenge. I mean, Binance launched so many good assets. That's probably another reason they're mad at CZ when they did the initial exchange offerings. But right here, CZ's letter. He says, today I stepped down as the CEO of Binance. Admittedly, it was not easy to let go emotionally. I bet. But I know it's the right thing to do. I made mistakes and I must take responsibility. This is for the best for our community, for Binance, and for myself. Binance is no longer a baby. It's time for me to let it walk and run. I know Binance will continue to grow and excel with deep bench it has. I'm pleased to announce that Richard Ting, our former global head of regulations, has now been named the new CEO of Binance today. Richard is a highly qualified leader, and with over 3 decades of financial experience and regulatory experience, he will navigate the company through the next period of growth. So Binance is not closing. Like they're going to push forward. He will ensure Binance delivers on our next phase of security, transparency, and compliance of growth. Now he talks about Richard's resume, which is a pretty big deal. Prior to joining Binance, Richard was the CEO of Financial Service Regulatory Authority in Abu Dhabi Global Markets, where Ripple has a license. Crypto.com just got a license. Crypto.com just got a license from Abu Dhabi Global Markets. CRO is going to the moon. Chief Regulatory Officer of Singapore. Now, in here, he kind of like lets a little bit of he lets out a little bit what happened, like a little bit. With Richard and the entire team, I'm confident that the best days of Binance in the crypto industry lay ahead, which I'm confident of that also. As a shareholder, now basically he is a shareholder of Binance, so I can only imagine what kind of stock options he has. So CZ is set for life, no doubt about it. Maybe even his kids' are set for life. As a shareholder and former CEO, I will remain available to the team to consult as needed, and consistent with the framework set out in our U.S. agency resolution. Now that's where the little hint is laid out. Because basically it says, hey, I am stepping down, but there is a framework set out by the U.S. agency, which is the resolution. And actually I got the resolution. The resolution is CZ, we need all your records. Everything you did since day one, we want possession of. And that's what they wanted. They wanted possession of Binance records. And they're going to see everything. Everybody, what they made. Like, they'll probably spend the next 10 years dissecting the Binance records. Matter of fact, they'll probably put a Binance team on dissecting these records. Follow the money on every single person. Every dollar. How much they made. Especially if they was in the U.S. and made about $1 million. They duck taxes. No, but okay, that's not funny. Okay, what's next from CZ? I will take a break. First, I have not had a single day. And the reason I say that, guys, because I made a hell of a lot of money on Binance. If you're OGB in crypto, I don't know if I should have said that right now. I don't know if that's the right time to say that. But, like, people did make a hell of a lot of money. I'll just say that. I will take a break first. I have not had a single day of real phone off break in the last 6 years. CZ's been about crypto about as long as me. After that, my current thinking is I will probably do some passive investing, being a minority token shareholder in startups in areas of blockchain, web, and DeFi, and biotech. I'm happy that I will finally have more time to spend looking at DeFi. Now, I will say, when I had all my crypto on Binance, even when they... I don't know. I don't want to really go too deep into my Binance story right now. I'll focus on CZ a little bit. I can't see myself being CEO. I can't see myself being a CEO driving a startup again. I am content of being a one-shot lucky entrepreneur. Should there be listeners, I may be open to coach and mentor a small number of up-and-coming entrepreneurs. On that note, I'm proud to point out in a resolution with the U.S. agency, as they do not allege that Binance misappropriated. That's so true right there. I kind of misread this the first time. As far as down here. Now, so that's real stand up right there of CZ. Yeah, CRO is going to crush it. They just got a new license in Abu Dhabi Bullshit. As far as, he says, on that note, CZ, I'm proud to point out that in our resolution with the U.S. agencies, because somebody must have told him, listen, bro, don't mingle your money at all. They could have FTX'd you, bro. Imagine CZ getting FTX'd. Imagine CZ getting 100 years. I think they knew better than to come at CZ like that, because you don't really want to get a person that's people like. Because I think people like CZ. He's always been very transparent. So for somebody that's likable, transparent, you don't want to really villainize him, because then you might start like some kind of morale behind CZ and like how people are really pissed, because you know we're getting taken advantage of anyway. Don't piss the people off anyway. But they did not allege that Binance misappropriated any user funds. So through all the ups and downs, even through, I have a clip I'm going to show you that what they allege he did, which I still have to be very cautious with. And they do not allege that Binance engaged in any market manipulation. So way to go, CZ. Funds are safe. And oh, look at this endorsement from the legend, from Banking on Bitcoin, Eric Voorhees. This right here probably made him smile, because Eric Voorhees is a legend. I remember when I went nuts when I met Eric Voorhees. I couldn't believe it. I was like overexcited like always. But Eric Voorhees came on here because Eric Voorhees is in Banking on Bitcoin. He's one of the first ones to admit to wanting to go decentralized. He was the first one to say he wasn't going to get a bit license, because basically they created the bit license in New York. And for any company that was operating in New York, you had to have a bit license, which was created by Ben Armstrong, Ripple board of director. But at the time, he was the head of the financial service department in New York. He wasn't on the Ripple board yet. So him joining the Ripple board is a big thing. Like the creator of the bit license became a Ripple board of director. Like, come on, we know where this is going. But anyway, Eric Voorhees is in Banking on Bitcoin, and he was pretty pissed about the bit license. And he was like, I'm not filling this out. And it was like a book, a packet of information like this. And he was like, look at this packet. This will take forever to fill out. Like, they want you to fill all this out to get a license. Like, they're crazy. I'm leaving New York. So here's Eric Voorhees right here. CZ, you are one of the great heroes on the front line of an epic struggle. That is so true. That is so true. And look, CZ, you're probably lucky they didn't take you out, bro. As far as like, you lucky they didn't really take you down. To be honest, he probably did get so lucky. But CZ, you are one of the great heroes of the front lines of the epic struggle. You should be immensely proud of Binance. Well done, sir, and thank you. And then CZ comes on here and says, means a lot coming from you. Thank you. So that's a pretty big deal to Eric Voorhees back, CZ. And so that's really what I wanted to highlight. Thanks for your everything. So as you can see, CZ was like a really liked person, big time. And he's stepping down. Oh yeah, let me show you the clip that is like overboard, I believe. As far, well, I'm not gonna sit here and disagree with. No, who had that clip? Oh, come on, I need that clip now. Now it's time for the clip, the DOJ clip. Where did I put that clip at? I'm going to have to say it's on the 𝕝𝕚𝕟 Twitter. I'm like back and forth from my Twitter the last couple of days, because basically HODL Model's iPad, because my iPad broke, and then my iPad only runs to the 𝕝𝕚𝕟 store, or HODL Model's Twitter, which I don't want to use her Twitter, and then I could use my Twitter, but my Twitter's on my phone, which I don't really like using my phone. I like using my iPad. Oh, it's not even on here. Okay, it's under the likes. It's under the likes. This is the Department of Justice clip of what they're saying about CZ. Oh, it might not be on this one either. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, this is why. Now they're saying this is why Satoshi disappeared. Are we ready? More monkey business. Oh, good point, XRP Rails. So hold on, CZ's wife is still co-founder of Binance. That's pretty interesting development right there. More monkey business. He says CZ didn't resign, he got jacked. Yeah, you're right. This is why. And they say this is why Satoshi disappeared.
Instead, they concluded that complying with U.S. law would stifle their efforts to grow Binance's profits, market share, and...
Like, for him to make that first statement, like, come on. Like, that's like, I bet CZ, that made him, like, really upset about that. He said, basically, like, from the beginning, their goal was to not listen to any rules of anything. Like, did CZ know the rules? I'm banking, because when CZ started Exchange, come on, he was, like, young dude. Well, actually, hold on. CZ he's a smart dude. He did go to college. He's from Canada. So he is from Canada. I think he went to college in the U.S. also. So I can't say he was completely dumb to the facts of certain laws to move money, but I still don't think that he intentionally did anything wrong. But they basically saying from the beginning he intentionally did wrong as soon as they start their comment.
Instead, they concluded that complying with U.S. law would stifle their efforts to grow Binance's profits, market share, and trading volume. So, rather than comply, Binance facilitated billions of dollars of unregulated cryptocurrency transactions.
That's kind of like, whoa, billions of dollars of unregulated. Hold on. Where would you get regulated? Unregulated? Was there regulation at the time? So to say unregulated, that's questionable. Because at the time, there was no real rules of the road. We're talking even before the creation of the bit license.
It willfully enabled hundreds of millions of dollars in transactions between American users.
And he's going to mention a whole bunch of countries where it's supposed to have sanctioned money. I'm not trying to hit no keywords of trouble.
And other criminal approaches.
I got to fast forward just a little bit.
In part because of the crimes it committed, Binance became the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world.
Okay, see, Sean, now that's why Helen coughed too, because it's like bullcrap. Like bullcrap. He's saying basically because the crime CZ committed, he became the largest exchange in the world. You see Helen cough too, that was like, you know, the right time.
Largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world. Now, Binance is paying one of the largest corporate penalties in U.S. history.
Good God, CZ's going to pay the largest corporate fine in the history of USA. The largest corporate fine. Like, hold on. They probably calculated that fine by the money he made or the money the exchange made. Like, whoa, he made, what, $100 billion? Because matter of fact, oh my God, I got to go back and find this clip where I'm going to have to write this one down. I hope I didn't delete it. It's basically where this article came out. I remember back in the day where they were boasting CZ made more money than an 800-year-old bank or a 200-year-old bank. CZ made more money than a 200-year-old bank. And this was actually a whole video. And I was like, CZ, when they dropped that article, bro, you're going to be in trouble. And now here it is 7 years later, and the day has come where they calculated how much money you made, CZ, and they want their cut. It's time for the man's cut, bro.
Now, Binance is paying one of the largest corporate penalties in U.S. history.
I said this back in the day, that CZ, once they started boasting, same thing happened with Chris Larson and Dave Schwartz. As soon as they posted Ripple Chris Larson, oh, Dave Schwartz is the $1 trillion man, because of, you know, the amount of XRP he had. I was like, oh, it's gonna be trouble. And that's when the SEC lawsuit came after. Now CZ, they said he made a lot of money with Binance, and now the USA is here again.
Binance employees knew and discussed that the company was serving thousands.
Okay, now he's gonna basically, like, I think he's like fabricating things. He says that Binance employees discussed and knew that they were serving areas they shouldn't have. But how would he know that? Unless you got documents to all records now. They must already review Binance's documents. I'm telling you, I think when they first set the deal with Binance USA, it also was a deal to get the records to Binance. Because how would they know that unless they got access to all the emails? They were trying to say that basically that CZ knew through emails that people complained to him or something about, you know, what countries he was serving.
And users in sanctioned countries would be in violation of U.S. law.
Okay. So basically he served users where they say they shouldn't have served users.
Syria.
Oh my God, I wasn't trying to say, like, he actually called the names of the countries he served, which I wasn't trying to go into. You guys get the point. I'm gonna be careful with this video, because there's a lot of keywords in here that can create issues. I'm not trying to go through that. But anyway, what they're saying about CZ is he basically opened this exchange and served anybody in the world that wanted to join Binance. I guess it kind of seemed that way. But who said you wasn't allowed to do that? Like, I never knew that kind of Matthew Morrison. Yeah, he became too rich. They had to take money. Yeah, they became too rich. They had to take his money for sure. And as far as like, who knew that if you start an internet company, you can only service certain regions of the world? Like, I don't think nobody really knows that. Like, I'm trying to think of like a parallel issue. What, like, if you start, like, I see people start a Shopify store, but then they sell to anywhere in the world. Or hold on, okay, if a person starts a Shopify store, maybe it's only going to let you service regions that they allow. But maybe the way he started the exchange, because maybe there's a way to start something on the internet where people have access all around the world. Because like now basically what they're doing is they're putting in the wall garden. Like for example, they want Binance USA for Binance USA customers, or in India they got what, the oh that's right, CZ bought an exchange in India too. What, this Swarzorx exchange, WZX exchange, something like that. CZ owns an exchange in India. But they want each exchange to service each region so it can be taxed accordingly, which will realize in the control that man has on the world. Yeah, he became too powerful. They had to stop him, Matthew Morrison. I think you're right on that for sure. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. CZ stepped down as CEO. He still has a big ownership in the company. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, way to go, CZ. You kind of pull like a 𝕤𝕚𝕟𝕚𝕚 on him. Kind of like basically you got in at the right time. You made a boatload of money, more money than you're probably ever going to need for the rest of your life. And you can kind of step back now and, you know, just enjoy some of that money. But at the same time, I bet it still does hurt to see your baby, like far as you started Binance. You want to kind of leave on your own terms. Not, oh, the man steps in and you step down, and this is part of your agreement. Like, that right there hurts a little bit. But I think money will make them feel better, right? If you wake up with, you know, maybe you get a bigger bed and a hot tub or something, you'll feel better. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. So basically, guys, this is why Satoshi disappeared. I thought that was pretty interesting. This is why Satoshi disappeared. I read you guys that letter. I showed you guys how Bitcoin block size won't scale. Even Satoshi thought it was going to be an issue in 2010. And this is why I showed you guys the clip of why. Sue's clip that went viral where she says, will Ripple be bigger than Bitcoin? Will Ripple be bigger than Bitcoin? Guys, we got over 100 people. We're here. It's 120, 30. Can we get 130 thumbs up? And can we get 800 thumbs up for the 800 people that missed the morning live stream? We do go live every single day at 1. If you're bullish on cryptocurrency, this is the best place to be. Let's check top 10 real quick. Oh, I got to get out of here in like 5 minutes for sure. I forgot I got an appointment at 3 o'clock too. This is why I got to be kind of quick today. But I do want to review. We'll get out of here in 5 minutes, no doubt about it. Thank you, Elizabeth. I do want to review the top prices, and I also had a stellar smart contract article I kind of wanted to cover. Guys, this jumped out at me. I don't care what people say. Like, for example, is at first you couldn't have smart contracts on Ripple or Stellar, but now they're implementing smart contracts. Well, it's already built in on smart contracts on Ripple. They're kind of ahead of Stellar a little bit, but now they're adding smart contracts to Stellar. So if you kind of think about it, think about the partnerships that Stellar already has with MoneyGram, one of the largest U.S. mutual funds, Franklin Templeton. Like, Stellar has big time partnerships lower level. Now preparing for smart contracts on Stellar, November 13th update. It's that time, folks. Time to talk about protocol 20.0. We are, well, what, 2.0, 2.0 we are nearing the moment when Stellar Public Network validators will vote on whether to upgrade the network, which, if accepted, will activate the subtle bond support on Stellar mainnet. You know they're going to activate that. The goal is to add smart contract capabilities to the Stellar network, and it was announced back in January 2022. Since then, the Stellar Development Foundation, so it kind of takes you see how long it takes to really build these protocols out. Because they announced smart contracts in January 2022, and now we're about to go to January 23. So that'd be like a whole year. Hold on. No, hold on. I'm about to go to 24. That's like 2 years. What the hell am I thinking? Today is 11/22. I was looking at the 22 on here. Happy pre-Thanksgiving. Let it be known that Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Because I love to eat food. It's my favorite. The goal is to add smart contract capabilities to the Stellar network. Since then, Stellar Development Foundation in collaboration has been hard at work designing and building the smart contract platform. Over 2 years of development. Yeah. So you guys get that right there. Smart contract, 2 years of development. I thought this was a pretty, actually, Grayscale Utilities and Service Crypto Sector Summary. Grayscale. Now you guys seen Barry Silbert, right? Barry Silbert from Digital Currency Group. Barry Silbert, CEO of Grayscale. Genesis, Didn't they all fold, file bankruptcy and everything? And come on, Barry Silver was tweeting left and right about cryptos and XRP's Swift 2.0 and this and that. But Barry Silver didn't get no trouble, did he? I guess he was like, I think Barry Silver's a connected man in Manhattan. He basically lives in Manhattan, financial district of the world, Manhattan, New York. So I think maybe Barry Silver's back on Twitter. I believe he is, because I think I seen his name pop up the other day or something, but I forgot to go look. But I thought this was a pretty big deal too. Just in, there's no reason to stand in the way of a Bitcoin ETF, says crypto mom Hester Pierce.
I know there will be a lot that you cannot say, but when we look at this apparent deal that has been brokered not just with the DOJ but also the CFTC, what ultimately could this mean for the SEC's case against Binance?
Well, Kaylee, it's great to be here, and as you guessed, I can't talk about ongoing cases, but I will say that with all of these cases that move forward, we should really be thinking proactively about building a regulatory framework that would work and allow companies.
Hold on. For those that don't know, this is Hester Pierce, the U.S. SEC commissioner. And she says we should be building a crypto regulatory framework. Matter of fact, guys, I did write some good news down today because I know everybody's sad now from the CZ thing and them stepping down. But actually, you see right here in the background, it's flashing about CZ, right? It's saying CZ to retain a majority ownership of the company. Wall Street Journal, Bitcoin News, MSNBC. Also, crypto mom Hester Pierce says spot Bitcoin ETF. She sees nothing else standing in the way. So this is what I wanted to, the words of wisdom right here. And I seen this when I was watching a crypto video this morning or something. Where did I see this at? Maybe it was on a YouTube short or something. But the guy said, warning, this is a new asset class and it has very high volatility. And I was thinking, wow, that's true. There is high volatility in cryptocurrency. And that's what made us a crap load of money. Crap load. Oh, excuse me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm documenting my journey. But trust me, guys, them volatility days is not over. And matter of fact, speaking of volatility, let's look at, we got about no minutes left. And I was going to go through the list of cryptos. Well, let's just go through the top 10 real quick, because I do want to show you about volatility. Because volatility is where it's at. And I'm not a financial advisor. Like, for example, like Solana is up 220% in like a month. Like, you're not going to see high volatility like that on the traditional stock exchange unless you jumped on Tesla at the right time. But has the opportunity over in crypto? No. The gold rush is far from over. And that was yesterday's theme too, all right? Lower level. Crap load. Unit of measurement. Lower level, that was a good one. So guys, Bitcoin's at 37,000. We was at 20,000. So that's almost 17,000 in what? A month or two? You could have made almost $20,000. Ethereum was at 1,000. It jumped to 1,000. You could have made $1,000. XRP was at 40 cents. Went to 60, 70 cents. I mean, up what? 30%? So you won't see 30% volatility on Apple stock, right? Solana, good God. Like, come on. We crushed it this year with Solana big time. Solana was up 200 and something percent, up to $60, $70. Actually, Solana came back a little bit because it dropped down to 50. They can't hold Solana down. I'm trying to tell you, Solana's going to crush it. If Solana was having any problems, they would have dropped below 50. I seen it hit 50, now it's at 56. Good God, Solana is not stopping. Okay, but so basically, welcome to a high volatility situation. Pack your bags and get ready. I gotta go, guys, because I gotta make sure I gotta get to this appointment on time today. We're going to go live every single day. As you guys can see, BuLLZiLLa is back full effect. CKJ Crypto News. Calling the biggest calls in crypto. Let's check the see how many likes this thing is at real quick, and then we're out of here. Also, guys, make sure you download the, I forgot to show you guys that. How did I skip over that? Where's that at? Oh. Download the Volta wallet. Link in the description for the baddest wallet on the planet. And if you don't got Cash App, use my Cash App link. I love Cash App. I use it all the time. So I think everybody now has Cash App. That's why it kind of hurt me a little bit when the Cash App founder was found, passed away. Because he was like real young. And that was kind of weird how that happened. But anyway, built for daily transactions, Volta, link below. XRP, XRPL, Bitcoin, XRC, cryptocurrency, ready to grow with you, scalable, built for daily transactions, Volta app. Macdon, we back full effect. I was the first one to tweet this morning, like 8 o'clock. I sent this one clip up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I said, this is going to let them know we're not here to play. And I don't care what troubles arise in my life. I'm not going to let none of that affect me. I'm going to try my hardest. I'm a real emotional person sometimes. 347 likes. That's going viral. That might go to 1,000. That's 300 likes in like 1 hour. And that's the second one I put up. The first one is right here. Whoa, the second one's doing better than the first one. 5 hours ago, 209 likes. And 2 hours ago, 348 likes. Lower level. We're going all the way. And matter of fact, guys, I want everybody to have the best Thanksgiving ever. Hope you guys eat a lot of food. Don't worry, I'll keep you guys posted. Follow me on our Telegram group. We got an amazing Telegram group. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. We got an amazing Telegram group, amazing Discord. We're live every day. Do not forget to smash the thumbs up. It helps out in a big way. And if anybody has any time, extra time today, come back after the live stream, if you remember, and comment on the video. That helps out in a big way too. Well, I gotta go before it's too late. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Shout out to yesterday's super chatters. I forget, United States Marine Corps XRP. It was like 3 or 4 people yesterday. I was gonna go write the names down. I wish I would have, but then I was like, I remember them. I can't remember them. U.S. Marine Corps XRP. Oh, the guy from Jesus Coin. Thank you guys for sharing the video on the Telegram. Bullspur Elizabeth. Lower level. Have a good day. Going blind. Oh yeah, I want to show Going Blind something. I forgot about that. Going Blind, are you still here? I want to show you something real quick before we go. You still here, Going Blind? Ready for December to remember. Tell them low level. December to remember is coming. You see, I had to put this picture up there. Bam. 10 hut. That's when the soldiers was like loving me. I was like the man amongst the soldiers. That's when I went out and met Dave Schwartz right there at Consensus. What can I say? Why'd I pull this up over here? Oh yeah, I want to show Going Blind something. If you're still here. Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I can't wait. We actually got invited over to Hodl Models. The same people we ate Thanksgiving with last year. And I'm looking forward to that because that old lady can cook. Good God, I was loving that food. I can't wait. Crypto Work Pro, happy Thanksgiving with the 2-year membership. I appreciate that too. I know I'm out of here right now. I actually went like 6 minutes over. I gotta go. Going Blind's not here. It's pointless to show you this. You might still be here, and I'm not sure. Going Blind. When you share these articles on Twitter, right? Like when you share your articles on Twitter, if you just hit tweet the article, it's going to come up with no title. You can't tell what it is because Twitter blah blah blah. Twitter changed. Twitter changed to where if you just hit tweet, the article will go up with no heading. You have to go within the article itself, and you have to copy and paste whatever the title is. Then when you copy and paste the title, then you can tweet the article. But you're going to have to scroll. It's kind of complicated, I know. You're going to have to copy and paste the title of the article with the article. So you tweet it, and then when it goes up, you copy and paste the title on top of it, and then you post it. As of just tweeting it, it doesn't show what the news is. Because see, it doesn't show what the news is. It's kind of just a picture. And it's kind of difficult, really, to sell, like, what's this article about right here with Dave Schwartz and Ripple? You know, I would put the title with it. And actually, I can show you on my page. Actually, not, because I don't really tweet articles. So I can't show you on my page. Yeah, I don't tweet articles. But actually I tweet articles on my Bullish Merch Twitter, so I mean on my IBF Twitter, so I can kind of show you on this one maybe. And yeah, oh man, I gotta go right now actually. Okay, so this is like Stellar smart contract article right here. It would only be this picture, but I copied and pasted this part. Preparing your smart contracts on Stellar. I copied and pasted that, and then I tweeted it. Okay, same thing like with this right here. It would only be just this picture, but I copied and pasted the title right here. DOJ announces significant crypto enforcements, and then I got no algorithm on my other Twitter. I gotta go. Thank you guys for the love today. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, hold on. No, I don't think I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys had the best Thanksgiving. I think we're supposed to be there like 11, 12, 1. So, no, I'm not going to see you guys tomorrow. So, I hope you guys had the best Thanksgiving.